Meatballs and alpacas, this is Livy, and welcome back to Cuphead! And, as you can see, I'm still really tired and really exhausted, and I'm back at the gym, yay! Yeah, I really need it, because to me, the gym is like therapy. Like, you know, it's like, when I'm at the gym, I think about working out and everything. Well, I don't know, it just helps me, and it helps with anxiety and everything. And also, an air-conditioned place. This episode's not going to be a longer episode, and if you're wondering what happened to last week's, there was going to be a Cuphead video last week, but, I had no time to edit it. And when I came back home, I was extremely exhausted. I had no time for that, basically. I'm going back to, Hilda. Like, I had one pre-record, but everything that I said in that one, and there was no major success in it anyway. And I don't know if there's going to be major success in this one, too, but, I was fighting Hilda Berg, but the stuff that I was saying in there is so out of date. So, I didn't bother with that. I'm a little bit rusty, because, you know, I've been in another country for a week. Hard to believe that it was a week from today that I came home. And in that morning, oh crap. Like right now I'm just seeing like, oh no. Oh, what was I saying? Like, I really like going to England, don't get me wrong. But it's really exhausting because you have to think about it. It's in a different country, and it has a different time, and why did I get hit? I parried. And so when I got home, I got really tired. On my way over there, I stopped at the Amsterdam airport before I went to Birmingham, England. And let me tell you, that, plane ride from Amsterdam to Birmingham, oh my god, that plane ride was, if you've ever seen, on TV, the kid that was on the plane ride from Germany to New York City, he was screaming at the top of his lungs for 8 hours straight. Well, think about that for 1 hour. Except, it wasn't just one kid. There was, the whole plane was filled with kids. All different races, all different nationalities. So basically, screaming, crying, tantrums in a different language. Like, oh my god. I actually had a headache from that plane ride. And also, there was a guy there that had really serious BO. So yeah, it smelled horrible too. But yeah, luckily I slept through most of that plane ride because even though I did get a slight headache from, oh crap. I was basically awake for 24 hours. So as soon as we arrived at our hotel in Birmingham, we just took a nap. But one thing, I didn't sleep in a bed, I slept on a fold-away couch, because the room only had, one bed, and I was like, yeah, I'll sleep on the couch. It was a fold-away bed that was a couch, and it actually hurt my back. So it took getting used to, but let me tell you, when I got home with my own bed, I was like, oh, finally a bed, not a couch. Like, I really like England a lot, and this time I actually got to do a lot more things besides the convention. Like, one place I like to go to a lot while I was there is there's a mall called the Bull Ring, and I really enjoyed going to that. It was a really nice mall with, you know, stores that we don't have in the US. And there was some stores in the US that they had there too. Like they had a Claire's and they had a Disney store, and I'm trying to think of what else they had that we have too. But there was a store there that I really enjoyed called Selfridge. And it had all this different stuff. It has clothes, it has food, it has, you know, crafts, it has toys. Whatever you can think of, this store had it. I know we shopped there a lot, and I bought a recycled, paper notebook, which I've been taking to a huge liking to, recycled paper to draw on. Because I saw, in the artist alley of TrotCon, there was a girl that was doing her artwork on recycled paper, and I was like, that looks like fun. And I enjoy it. I really do. Okay. Oh my god. Oh crap. I got all the parries, but I got hit at the same time. Oh, that was so good. But yeah, like, as you can understand, jet lag is not very kind to me. And also, one thing, in England it was freezing, but at home it's, oh my god, it's so freaking hot. It was so freaking hot at home, like, sweat everywhere. Well, in England, it was like, it was freezing. And I was like, why is it hot here and freezing over there? I don't know. Oh, hopefully I don't sound like that girl that's from the England is Confusing video. I hope I don't sound like her.
Why does it... I asked for how much it costs, not how much it weighs. And why does it weigh so much? I don't understand that.
It's like, because it doesn't weigh any different. That's just British currency. And I love the comments, especially from my British viewers, from when I went to England, and saying that how they thought it was so cool to experience what they did in their childhood, in the city they grew up in, and watching me, explore it. I enjoy it. I wish I would have done the Shrek thing. I know I was in the store, but I didn't go in the Shrek thing because you needed to pay extra and make reservations to go on that. Like, we made reservations to go on the London Eye. The plane ride on the way home was fine, except for the one that was, from Detroit to Pittsburgh. The woman in front, who sat beside me, was extremely rude. Not just to me, but also to my parents. Because one thing, she took my seat, my assigned seat, and even my parents were like, excuse me, that's our daughter's seat, can you move? And she refuses to move. Even a, what are they called? I forgot what they're called for a second, like, flight attendants, that's what it is. Even the flight attendant asked her to move, and she refuses to. And she refused to. So I had to sit on the seat next to her, which was away from my mom. At least it was just for an hour, half an hour, so it's not really that bad. But what was horrible was she had food, and it was like, it smelled horrible, and like, the smell was actually making me sick. That's how horrible this food smelled. It was actually making me sick. And she complained that that Rangdowski brushed against her just a little bit, and it wasn't even on purpose, but she complained about that. And I wanted to look out the window, and she complained about that, because I would like to see where we are. And she complained about that. But yeah, but she was like one of those ritzy, nose up in the air people. So yeah, that was the only thing on their way home, but at least I didn't have to deal with it. But let me tell you, that girl got nerve to not listen to the flight attendant. And all I can say is she's lucky that she did not get kicked out after the flight attendant asked her to do something and she didn't do it. Because I've seen people get into big trouble for not listening to the flight attendant. Huh, so far so good. I'm getting better at this. Like, if not this time, maybe the next time. Because I heard that she is one of the, even though she's on the first aisle, she is one of the harder ones to get an S rank on. Okay. There's something else I wanted to talk about, but I don't remember what it was at the moment. Oh, crap. Might as well, I'm gonna restart that because I was pushing the wrong keys. Oh, and I just noticed this is the first time I'm playing, Cuphead on my Razer keyboard. Really excited about that. I know it doesn't sound like a big deal, but it is. Fly just went in my mouth. Ugh. I know, it sounds like I'm nitpicking, but trust me, this is what I'm doing. But I have to say, the one thing I'm really missing already was, there's a restaurant chain in England called The Harvester, and, this is not sponsored, by the way, I really enjoyed, not just the food, but the atmosphere. And for the first time, I had a British dessert called the Victoria Sponge Cake. And oh my god, that is like one of the best cakes I ever have. I like it better than red velvet cake. And note, red velvet cake was my favorite cake. So having a cake that I say is better than red velvet cake, that's pretty good. But yeah, I had, I'm actually looking for a recipe online to make one myself. And I'm like, because that stuff is so fantastic. It's just, oh my god, I love it. I didn't think I would, but I do. It's always the green one or that, oh, there we are. I'm gonna try one more time. And actually, I'm trying one more time because my battery is dying. Okay. Like, I'm only stopping because, you know, because the battery's dying. But I have a really good feeling that I'm gonna beat Hilda Berg in the next episode. But you tell me in the comment section below what you think about Hilda Berg. Hilda Berg is actually, I think I've said this before, is one of my favorite female characters of this whole entire game. So tell me what you think about Hilda Berg. And tell me, if you're one of my British viewers, what you think of the Harvester or Selfridge or the Bull Ring. And those places that I've talked about. Or the Shrek thing! Have you seen the Shrek thing? I would like to see that. But hit the like button, very well appreciated. Hop aboard the Alpaca bandwagon and subscribe and hit the bell for notification and to join the BP party. But this was Livy, that's Heaven, Live Next. I'll see you next time, my friends, and see ya!